Hello, everyone. I wanted to introduce you to three interesting projects that basically allows you to run large language models on your computer locally. And you don't need to pay the subscription for ChatGPT, Claude, Bard, if you want to. And beside that functionality, there are, and aside from the money or cost perspective, there are good reasons that a lot of people care about having local models on their machine and run them locally. Notably privacy, security, character limitation, and all those things. And I think these projects are very interesting and will address that concern. So the first one is called Hyperspace, and it's from a company called Hyperspace AI. And basically they are the very first AI decentralized node. And similar to Bitcoin that has like a distributed ledger of transactions, it has the distributed ledger of or nodes of compute. And people that install this will, if they want, they can contribute to the network's computational power, and they're nodes that people get together and basically provide access to everyone. And it's very simple to install. It has executables ready for Windows, Mac, and I believe it has the Linux distributions too. So for Ubuntu it has, and that you can kind of run in terminal and have that installed. But basically, once you install that, let me show you how it looks. So you will have access to a dashboard like this, and basically these are the community nodes, like people that install this on their computer. And depending on how many people are online, the speed, performance, and scalability of this product actually increases as well. And the reason is that people are contributing to the power and computational power of the whole node. And basically, the interface is very simple. It shows the chats that you had. You can see the nodes and download your own keys. If you want private keys. And let's go to the chat and start a new one. And it shows, as default, it has the Mistral instruct. So let me give it a test. Introduce what is AI OS from Hyperspace. So it writes about the company and the product that they have, and also you can test other things, and it also shows how many tokens it used, the speed and everything else. So for example, I ask it to write a resume for a recent electrical engineer from Caltech. All right, so it started by giving it a fictitious name, email, resume, and started by writing the summary. Let's see what it provides next. It's going to be the education. I love it. So the recent graduates, they might not have much experience working in the industry. So that's very standard to have their education listed first, and then the professional experience, which seems to be working as we expected. So that's the platform that you can use locally, and it has a lot of benefits, and especially it's distributed network, so you have the benefit of the privacy. You have your own private keys that you keep and maintain, and you can use it for different types of projects. One thing is important, that this is also very good product for people who wants to create a very custom and personalized version of the product without or chat experience without sharing it with everyone. So you can over time train this model on your computer locally and then use it without the fear of sharing it with anyone else. So I think that's very useful. All right, so with that said, let's jump to the next project, which is Hyperspace, and it is the LMS Studio. Just before I move on there, I want to show something I forgot, which is very interesting. So the Hyperspace is also working on providing some basically repositories that you could tap into. For example, if you want to consult about your startup or ideas, one of the best resources to do that is the essays from Paul Graham and Mark Andreessen. All the famous people who have experience in the industry about the startups and innovation. So basically, you can start chatting, and by default, it has all the letters and the blogs and the PDFs as a resource. So if you have built like GPTs, you know that you can provide it resources, and based on that, you will get a customized version of the responses. So by default, people can contribute to certain basically themes of chats with different resources, and you can get customized responses. So I love about that. All right, so let's jump to the next one, which is the LMS Studio, and it's one of my favorite products that I've ever tried. And basically, it's an open source project that allows you to access, download, and deploy any model that provides the license to do so. So if there's like models that allows you to do it like open source, like Apache 2 version, you can do that. And basically all you need to do is just to download and install the right distribution. It also provides information about, security, privacy, as well as the hardware software requirements that you need to know. But basically after you install that, this is the interface of the product. You can their search or AI chat, quick actions here. But basically it provides you with the link or the module about the large language model, the model that you want to download. For example, the file size, download, some description about it. You can read through it, or you can basically search for the model that you have. And, using it is as simple as just downloading it here. Hit download and it will download there in your repository. So let's go to the search. One thing that I really like about it is that even if you search, let's say Mistral or Grok or Falcon, there are different versions of the same model with different sizes. So this allows you to kind of explore different size and restrictions and download the right model for your work. And this is really, really useful. And it also provides you with estimated total RAM that you need to do that, which is very helpful. But let's jump to the AI. And here you can start a chat. And basically on top, you can unload the model that you have downloaded. And this is phenomenal because you can, based on the capabilities of the model, just switch that and get the best results of everything. For example, if you're writing a blog and then at some point you need to kind of explain the code you are drafting, you can switch to Llama and explain it to kind of write the code for you, and then switch back to other model and continue writing your blog. And it's very, very useful. So in here, it also allows you to eject the model if you no longer need that. And here there are also settings and filters that you can basically use, including the hardware customization. So basically you come here and introduce the large language model or LM Studio, and it's using the Mistral version. So it starts writing that and introducing the LM Studio. And one important thing that also I really, really like is the fact that it provides the different outputs like Markdown if you prefer that, or monospace, and the ability to kind of branch conversations and duplicate it and go through another path with that, and copy message or delete it altogether. So it also has the regenerate or continue if you want to follow the same thread of train of thought from the large language model, and it will allow that. So basically that's the chat that you can kind of use. And then there's like playground and local server. So you can customize how your local server behaves, depending on the capability, the history, if you wanted to remember all the messages or not, auto, prompt formatting, all those options are completely available. And last one is the models that you've downloaded. So if you no longer need to have that model, you can simply kind of delete those models and free up some space from your computer. So I think it's very valuable, and I highly recommend having this one installed and play with that all the time. You don't have to deal with the character limitations of the large language models, and you have a private experience as well. So with that, let's jump to the final product that I want to introduce you to, and that's called Lobe Chat. So if you search Lobe Chat in Google, it will give you multiple links, and there's a GitHub. The GitHub repository, it has all the information that you can read through this project. It has a README and Docker implementation that you can also read. So anything you basically need to install or need to know about the installation, the customization, sync, and everything else is available here. But this is the product itself, and it's agent product that allows you to create multiple agents with different personas and ask them to do tasks. One thing I love about this is the model selection. So you can quickly select different models, including ChatGPT 3.5, 4 Turbo Vision, Claude. It has the Google, AWS Bedrock. It has Perplexity. All important models that you need, you can basically have it here. And it allows you to have the randomness settings, the unlimited history of chat, voice. And one very interesting thing that I've never seen anywhere else is the plugin store, right? So you can basically access different types of plugins that you have, or you can even create a custom plugin. But these plugins are available in ChatGPT store, but having them in a local setting is very, very beneficial. And the way that you access to all these powerful models, if you go to the setting in this section, you will have access to the model select, and you can use your own API here for all famous, ChatGPT type, Claude, or Perplexity. So this is suitable for people who want to keep their subscription to those, ChatGPT type experiences, but still be able to have that locally on their computer too, so they can bring it here and have a customized version built for themselves. And so it also allows you to have a kind of sync experience too. So you can select a channel, and then you can set up a password and then enable sync, which means that if you start using it on a different computer, you still have access to all the chats and histories that you had. Pretty important and useful products that I believe are very important to have. But I hope this video was useful, and I didn't really want to make it longer than this. But go explore these models and technologies, and I hope that they're beneficial to you. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. Thank you.